another JH Law video. Today's one is all about directors. With close to 1.1 million of us out there currently active and registered as directors of New Zealand businesses, I thought it might be good to look at the top 5 things that a director might like to know. Let's get into it. Number 1, directors' responsibilities. So time and time again, you might have heard about directors' duties. And this is a really important section of the Companies Act 93. There are about 10 different sections or duties listed there, and I definitely encourage you to check them out. But for today's video, I'd really like to emphasise and just talk a little about the importance of keeping records, especially in our modern day times where we have counterparts, where we have people signing in different locations, scan it all together or PDF merge or however you want to do it, but make sure that it's all just tidy there. Everyone's got a copy and you don't have to worry about finding different parts 3 years down the track or something. I had a couple of clients who gave me instructions through Instagram. Their instructions came through on the Instagram's direct message and I had to screenshot. Oh, hello Charlie. And that wasn't something that I was really quite used to working in previous law offices, but because I knew that I had a director's duty to hold records and also just for my own professional obligations, I just screenshot them and there was a record of instructions there. So even though it's a little bit different, but still manageable, which is good. Number 2 is leadership and public trust. Particularly if you're a sole director, you kind of are the face of the company, and of course ideally we would like to see a board or a whole lot of directors who have strengths in different types of areas. So you might have a guy for marketing, might have a guy for business development, might have a guy for public communications, but quite often, particularly in New Zealand, we have such an abundance of SMEs, and we have a lot of sole directors, and they, like myself, and we have to wear hats for everything. Number 3, knowing your stakeholders. Stakeholders, shareholders. Sometimes I get asked what's the difference, and that is a great question. So I understand that shareholders are just one of your stakeholders. A company's stakeholders can also include its customers, its suppliers, its networks essentially. So as directors of a company, you want to get to know who each of these faces, these people are. Actually meet them if you can, or Zoom them. Get to know what their priorities are, their needs, their problems, and how your business can actually help them. Great communication goes a long way. Number 4, and that's director remuneration. So as you may or may not know, directors can actually be remunerated for their services. There's a lot of responsibility as well as risk that a director carries out. So yes, directors' fees are a hot topic of conversation. 3 ways of perhaps finding out if your director fee is fair is checking out resources such as the Institute of Directors. It's a wonderful website that I'm proud to be a member of. So there's some insights there available to you. 2 is you can have a look at annual reports of the big listed companies in New Zealand. They will often disclose how much they pay to their directors. And thirdly is you can just ask others in your industry, dare I say competitors. Yeah, it can be surprising how willing other directors in your industry are willing to share this sort of thing. And lastly, 5, privacy. So as lots of directors who have registered themselves will know, their public details are available on the Companies Office. There is a lot of chatter in recent times to make details private, but for now we'll just have to wait and see.